Hello, and a very warm welcome to our channel, your trusted space for navigating a healthy and vibrant life after 65. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a lively family dinner or a bustling coffee house and you find yourself smiling and nodding along, even though you've missed half of the conversation? Or perhaps you've noticed that your family members constantly seem to be mumbling, or that the television volume just isn't as loud as it used to be. These experiences are incredibly common, and most of us tend to brush them off as minor annoyances or just a normal part of getting older. But what if these small, subtle moments are actually early warning signs of something much more important? Today, we are going to have a gentle and honest conversation about hearing loss. We will explore 3 of the most common yet often ignored early signs. More importantly, we'll discuss why addressing hearing loss isn't just about your ears. It's about protecting your brain, your relationships, and your overall quality of life. Before we begin this important discussion, a gentle reminder. This video is for educational purposes. If anything we discussed today sounds familiar, we encourage you to have a conversation with your doctor, an audiologist, or an ear, nose, and throat specialist. They are the best people to help you on your journey. First, let's address the most critical point. Why does hearing health matter so much, especially as we get older? We often think of hearing loss as an inconvenience, but a growing body of major scientific research, including groundbreaking studies from institutions like Johns Hopkins University, has revealed a profound and undeniable link between untreated hearing loss and cognitive decline. Think of your brain as a powerful computer. It's constantly processing information from your senses. When the sound signals coming from your ears are weak or distorted, your brain has to work much harder to make sense of them. It has to strain to fill in the missing gaps and decode the garbled information. This constant extra effort puts a heavy load on your brain's resources, a phenomenon known as cognitive load. Over time, this chronic strain can divert mental resources away from important functions like memory and thinking. Studies have shown that seniors with untreated hearing loss have a significantly higher risk of developing dementia. So, let's reframe our thinking. Taking care of your hearing is not just about turning up the volume. It's a critical part of taking care of your brain. Now, let's talk about the first and perhaps most common early sign of age-related hearing loss. I call it the restaurant problem. This is the classic scenario where you can hear perfectly well when you're talking to one person in a quiet room, but the moment you step into a noisy environment, like a busy restaurant, a lively family gathering, or a bustling Viennese cafe house, it feels like all the sounds merge into an overwhelming wall of noise. You might struggle to follow the thread of a conversation, especially if multiple people are talking. You might catch words but miss the meaning. This happens because one of the first things to decline in age-related hearing loss is the brain's ability to filter out background noise and focus on the specific sounds of speech. Your ears are picking up all the sounds, the clatter of cutlery, the music, the chatter from other tables, but your brain is struggling to isolate the one voice you want to hear. If you find yourself avoiding your favorite noisy social spots because it's just too much work to hear, this is a significant early sign. Our second sign is one that family members often notice first. It's the creeping volume knob on the television or radio. You might find yourself turning the volume up just a little bit more to catch the dialogue clearly. To you, it sounds perfectly normal, but to your spouse or your visiting grandchildren, the TV might seem incredibly loud. This is often a sign of high-frequency hearing loss, which is very common. The sounds of human speech are made up of a mix of low-frequency vowel sounds, like O and A, and high-frequency consonant sounds, like S, F, and T. The high-frequency consonant sounds are what give speech its clarity and definition. When you begin to lose hearing in these high frequencies, the vowel sounds still come through, but the crisp consonant sounds get lost. This is why it can often feel like people are mumbling. You can hear that they are talking, but you can't quite make out the words clearly. Turning up the volume is your brain's way of trying to catch those missing pieces of information. Our third sign is perhaps the most subtle, but also one of the most serious in terms of its impact on our well-being. It's the feeling of mental exhaustion after social interactions, which can lead to a gradual withdrawal from social life. Have you ever come home from a party or a get-together feeling completely drained, almost as if you've run a marathon? When you have untreated hearing loss, your brain is working overtime during every single conversation. This intense concentration is mentally exhausting. After a while, your brain may subconsciously decide that the effort is just not worth the reward. This can lead to what I call the social fade-out. You might start turning down invitations to events you once loved. You might find yourself sitting quietly at the edge of a family gathering instead of being in the middle of it. This isn't because you've become antisocial or uninterested. It's often because participating has become hard, tiring work. This social isolation is a major risk factor for depression and loneliness in seniors, which is another reason why addressing the root cause, the hearing loss, is so critical. Denial and stigma can often be the biggest barriers to getting help for hearing loss. Let's bust a few common myths that we often tell ourselves. Myth number 1. It's just a normal part of getting old. There's nothing to be done about it. Fact. While hearing changes are common with age, hearing loss is a treatable medical condition, not a personal failing. Ignoring it has real consequences for your brain health and social life. There are many incredible options available today to help you hear better. Myth number 2. Hearing aids are those big beige whistling things my grandfather wore. Fact. This is like comparing a modern smartphone to a rotary phone from the 1950s. Today's hearing technology is incredibly sophisticated, discreet, and in many cases virtually invisible. They are tiny computers for your ears that can filter out background noise and connect directly to your phone or television. Myth number 3. Everyone is just mumbling these days. Fact. While it's true that not everyone speaks clearly, if you consistently feel that almost everyone is mumbling, from news reporters on TV to your own family members, it is a very strong sign that your ears are the ones missing those critical high-frequency consonant sounds. Let me share a story about a woman named Maria, a 74-year-old from Graz who lived for her weekly card game with her 3 best friends. It was a tradition that had gone on for over 20 years. But recently, Maria started to dread it. The lively banter, the jokes, the shuffling of the cards, it all became a confusing jumble of noise. She felt a step behind, constantly asking, "What did you say?" and felt embarrassed. She started making excuses not to go. Her daughter noticed how withdrawn she had become and gently suggested a hearing check. Maria was resistant at first, feeling that it was a sign of getting old, but she finally agreed. After a thorough test, she was fitted with modern, discreet hearing aids. The first time she went back to her card game, she told me she almost cried. She could hear the crisp snap of the cards being shuffled. She could hear the quiet jokes being whispered across the table. She could participate again. It wasn't just about hearing, it was about reconnecting with the joy in her life. If any of the signs we've discussed today have sounded familiar, taking the first step is the most powerful thing you can do. The process is simple and painless. Your journey can start with a conversation with your family doctor or your HNO-Arzt here in Austria. They can check your ears for simple issues like wax buildup and can refer you to a specialist. Alternatively, you can see an ear, nose, and throat specialist, HNO-Arzt, or go directly to a qualified audiologist known as a Hörakustiker. They will perform a comprehensive hearing test in a soundproof booth. You'll listen to a series of tones at different pitches and volumes and simply indicate when you can hear them. The entire process is straightforward and gives you a clear picture of your hearing health. Knowing is always better than wondering and worrying. Whether you have hearing loss or not, it's always a good idea to protect the hearing you have. We live in a noisy world, and cumulative noise exposure is a major cause of hearing damage. Use protection. When you are using loud equipment like a lawnmower, a leaf blower, or power tools, always wear protective earplugs or earmuffs. Turn it down. Be mindful of the volume on your television, radio, and especially on personal headphones. If someone standing near you can hear the music from your headphones, it is too loud. Give your ears a rest. After you've been to a loud concert, a noisy party, or a sporting event, try to give your ears a period of quiet time to recover. Today we've learned that the subtle signs of hearing loss are much more than just minor annoyances. They are important signals about our health. Let's recap the 3 signs. 1. Trouble hearing in noisy environments. 2. The volume on the TV or radio consistently creeping up. And 3. Feeling mentally fatigued after social events, leading to withdrawal. We've also learned that hearing health is brain health, and that taking proactive steps is a way of investing in our cognitive future and our connection to the world. My invitation to you today is a gentle one. If this video resonated with you or made you think of a loved one, please don't ignore it. The brave and positive first step is to simply book a hearing check. It's a simple act of self-care. Please share this video with someone you care about. It could be the gentle nudge they need. If you found it valuable, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more important health information. And for our final reminder, please always consult with your doctor or a qualified audiologist to discuss your hearing health. They are your best partners on this journey. Thank you for listening today, and here's to a life filled with clear sounds and meaningful connections.